Well, here's another wild video. The top 25 college Frisbee players in the men's D1 division entering the 2026 season. This video is tough to make as it's hard to truly define how one player is better than another. The only time we have public player statistics is at nationals, and you can only take those numbers with so much emphasis. Also, I will need to emphasize that I am ranking these players based on how they play for college Frisbee. A player like Will Wettengel is a great club player because of his defensive ability, but it does not transfer into college as well. His offensive skill set is not built to be the best player on the team, which is what he has to do at Cincinnati. That being said, I will be using players' club/world's experience to help gauge where they are at and the potential they can show. I will explain why I have a player ranked where they are, but at the end of the day, sometimes the vibes just kick in, and I have a faith that a player is a baller. These rankings can easily be different than yours, so let me know where you agree or disagree in the comments. Also, let me know who you think should have made the list and who you would drop to add them on. At number 25, I have Alex Nelson. Nelson is one of the best downfield cutters in the game right now, and it showed last year with 17 goals, which was tied for the most last season at Nationals. I am a little hesitant with Nelson as a thrower, as I see him primarily as a cutter for slow core. With Kyle Lou gone, I am interested to see if his dynamic on offense will change, or if he will stay as more of a finishing cutter for the team. Declan Kervick looks to be the best player on a fairly strong Vermont Chill team this season. Him, alongside Casey Thornton, who could also be on this list, creates a strong duo that can hopefully bring a strength bid to the New England region this year. Will Selfridge is coming off an All-American second-team season last year, as well as an impressive UFA season for the Shred. He is a dynamic player that can take over a game if needed. He had 3 goals and 7 assists against Oregon State, including a Universe Point winner, which sent Utah to the pre-quarters at Nationals last season. Ryan Shigley is the reigning breakout player of the year. He played a big role on the Colorado O-line, and I see that trend continuing. He's a good player himself, and when he is surrounded by many other top players, he is bound to excel. Hate him or love him, Justin Podnar is good. Yes, he makes some controversial calls, but he has excelled the past year on Canada's U24 team and their beach mixed team. He was another player tied with 17 goals at Nationals last year. With Rex Ewan developing as well, Podnar is in for a big season. He should be the leader of a UBC squad looking to head back to Nationals. One of my favorite duos to watch included Cedar Hines last year, who was only a rookie. He may not be the biggest guy on the field, but his athleticism makes him a big fella. He is a very talented cutter, especially in small spaces. I would expect Western Washington to run a similar offense to last season, and if that's the case, I could see Hines becoming an All-American player this year. Elliot Hawkins was the D-line do-it-all player for Colorado last year, and he was great at it. Since then, he has been one of the best players on Johnny Bravo, winning Breakout Player of the Year in the club division. Now, based on film from the fall, he is on the Colorado O-line. This will make him shine even more, as Colorado is one of, if not, the best O-line in the country. I am not sure what to make of Gavin Abrahamson. At times, I don't see him on the field, but at other times, he's making one of the craziest plays I've ever seen. He hasn't put up the craziest stats at Nationals, but his presence alone makes him a threat on the field. He has the potential to be an All-American player, but he needs to find that ceiling first. Adam Grossberg is a freak of nature athletically. His Callahan tape is going to be one for the ages with the layouts he's hit before. Adam has already been super solid, but with the strongest cast around him he's had in college, this is the year for Georgia Tech to make Nationals, and I wouldn't be surprised if he was an All-American. Wyatt Kelman is an interesting case. First off, I am not certain he is back in the spring. He was on UMass's Lobster Pot roster in the fall, so I assume he is back on the team. Second, last season he was hit with injuries, basically only playing at Nationals. If he is back and has a fully healthy season, he could be the best player on UMass, but those 2 questions are left unanswered right now. Nate DeMorgan is the 3rd sophomore to notch our list. The reigning Rookie of the Year was electric for Carleton's D-line. Defensively, he was tenacious, but offense is where he shined. He makes so many questionable throws from my perspective, but they all panned out. This kid lives for the moment, and he has many more coming in the next 3 years. Josh Singleton is a seasoned veteran for the college game now. He doesn't have the flashiest gameplay, but he's such a reliable handler and cutter that he's going to be a vital point on this UNCO. This feels like the first year in a while where UNC doesn't have a clear-cut best player. Wonder if Singleton can step into that role. Zeke Thorson is our reigning back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year. Do I agree with the decision? Not a ton, but I can agree that he is a terrific defender. With that being said, defense may not even be his best trait. He was one of the best offensive players on a club team in Johnny Bravo last season, let alone a college team. Last year, Zeke really showed me how good of a player he is, and he deserves this 13 spot. Matt Barcelos is the other UNC player who could take a step into the dark side startup. Graduate student from UCLA was arguably Darkside's best player last season, if not behind Dameron. He was on every defensive point and crossed over to offense for most of them once the games got important and close. He played so much and was so good at doing it. It's hard not to notice him when he is on the field. Felix Morin is a guy I enjoy a ton. He is someone who wants to better himself and his team. He was a lifetime cutter, but started handling last year, and you would not realize it's his first year handling with how strong he is at doing it. Along with his defense, Morin is an all-around stud that can lead an Oregon State team deep at nationals this year. Cracking the top 10 is Ethan Lehman. Lehman is potentially the best cutter in the division. Despite his size, he is surprisingly great in the air, and his quickness allows him to torch any defender on him. Just like many pure cutters, Lehman is not the greatest thrower in the world, but his cutting ability makes him such a good player for UMass's O-line. Sam Grossberg is a fan favorite to many. Words cannot describe how good this man is at the sport of Frisbee. He was the center handler of a team in the quarterfinals of club nationals, for crying out loud. If you could watch full game footage of him, you'll see why he is so good. Fast, quick, elite throws, highlight plays, he can do it all. Xavier Fuzat was another player tied for the lead in goals at nationals last year with 17. His potentially the second most impressive of the bunch, as he put up 13 assists on only 2 turns as well. Fuzat is quick and knows what to do with the disc. With Texas returning a lot of their top-end players, they should be bound to go to nationals again. And if they do, Fuzat should be a near lock to be on one of the All-American teams. Raekwon Adkins has had a special year in 2025. He won gold with the USA U24 mixed team, won a club championship with Revolver, and was the stat leader on a gold medal U.S. Beach national team. He has shown that he could perform on the top stage against the best players in the world. Now, he gets to do it against college players. Elijah Diamond broke onto the college scene last year, helping lead Western Washington to the quarterfinals. Diamond had an insane stat line of 17 goals, 28 assists, and 7 blocks. He was one of the best players on Sockeye as well. Coming off All-American first-team selection last year, it is easy to assume he could do it again as long as Dirt makes it back to the bracket. Coming in at number 5, I have Anton Orm. Orm has been an All-American each of the past 3 years, and now he is the clear top dog on slow core. The offense should run around Orm, and he is skilled enough to do that effectively. Unfortunately, we did not see him this prior club season, but that'll just make him even more exciting to watch in the college season. Aaron Bartlett is one of the best purely offensive players in the division. I am not even concerned about his defense. He is so good offensively that it doesn't matter to me that much. The main question is his health. He seems to be healthy in the club season, but not in the college season. Bartlett played in 3 games at nationals last year and got a goal or assist on 28 of the 43 total goals in those games. When he plays, he is likely the best player on the field. I just don't know when he'll be on the field. When making this list, the top 3 were fairly easy. Finding the order was a little harder, but it basically boiled down to this. Micah Glass comes in at 3. He, alongside many other on this list, but especially the guys in front of him, has made an immediate impact towards his team, Oregon Ego. He was the club breakout player of the year in 2024, then was a first-team All-American for the club season in 2025. Glass is superb offensively and aggressive on defense. The aggressiveness gets him into some ticky-tacky situations, but there aren't many other guys I would trust to guard anyone on a universe point line. Tobias Brooks comes in at number 2. I can easily see him taking over the 1 spot at some point during the year. He is the focal point of potentially the best offensive line in the nation. He is such a skilled thrower that you almost wish to push him downfield. Once that happens, he is just as lethal. Brooks entered college with immense hype and is living up to it. This year, he can exceed expectations if he is the player of the year. Speaking of player of the year, last year's player of the year in the college division, Declan Miller, comes in at the number 1 spot. It's hard to put anyone over Declan after the year he has had, leading Carleton to a championship, then being one of the best players on the U24 USA team, then being an All-American in the club division. Declan's fall didn't look great at Classic City Classic, but I don't care about that much. Declan has shown that he can match up with anyone in the club division. The college division is just easy mode for him. This list was challenging to make. There are plenty of players who are in consideration for the top 25 players in the division. This is just my list entering this year. Once again, let me know where you agree or disagree. If you think a player should be ranked higher, let me know, and let me know who should be ranked behind them. Let's get ready for a splendid college season. Bye for now.